You were selected on the basis that the mountain had agreed to vote for William Ruto. You were selected because it was an appreciation that we needed a candidate from the Mount Kenya region. It could have been anybody. The outcome will be the same, will have been the same.
Yes, as the battle in UDA region, even the UDA as a political party is being put into these petty battles. It is now very clear that there is a scheme by the system to replace Rigathi Gachagua or to check Rigathi Gachagua's power. And to my surprise, even the new Secretary General is coming out. Hassan Sarai is coming out to make unfortunate statements. When Hassan Sarai was asked about Rigathi Gachagua, he spoke like a kindergarten kid. Yet being a Secretary General of a ruling party, there are some things you don't want to talk about, even if you have something on earth. In fact, Hassan Sarai used emotions when answering the question of Gachagua. When he was answering Gachagua, he came out to say that he's reading mischief that Gachagua wants to be the party leader and that they will stop him. I think those were unfortunate statements. Okay? Because it is not for a Secretary General to do such statements. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the unfortunate statements of Hassan Sarai, okay? And also to point out the incompetences of him, okay? Because I think he was picked on emotions after putting out Malala. But most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to ensure that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So by virtue of being the Secretary General of a ruling party, there is some decorum you must expose, even when answering questions. There are some questions which, when answered wrongly, they can ignite emotions. We all know UDA sits on two pillars, the Kikuyu and the Kalenjin. You may talk whatever you want, but those are the two mega pillars. In fact, without one of the pillars, UDA cannot stand. Even when they signed a memorandum that the Western vote must vote 70% to Ruto, the Western failed, yet the Western now has a speaker and a prime cabinet secretary. So it means that the UDA stands on two pillars. When you are Secretary General, who even comes from another out of those two pillars, when answering questions, you must be very vigilant. When Hassan Sarai was asked about Rigathi Gachagua, he said these statements.
Is the deputy president about to run for an election or something? We know you are making it appear like there's a contest for a presidential seat or the party leader position. It will be fatal for him to attempt a run for any of these seats, either a party leader or against the president.
That is Hassan Sarai. First of all, it is so unfortunate. By him coming out to say that statements, it means that they are blocking anyone who would run against William Ruto as party leader. First of all, I also wish that William Ruto stays as party leader and Gachagua as his deputy. That is my prayer. But when you are Secretary General of the political party, the good answer, and which may have a good political effect, is supposed to be like, if I was the Secretary General, I would answer like this. First of all, everyone is free to contest on any party position. If that time comes, everyone will be free to contest. That will be the ideal answer for that. But coming out to say as if you are blocking very many people who would want to run as a party leader, it shows incompetence in the UDA Secretary General's office. As if you are not in a democracy. Even if it is indeed Nyoro, even if it is Murkomen, even if it is Kimani Ichung'wah, everyone would be free to run for the party leadership. That is what the actual answer would be said. That's the actual answer that would have been said by the Secretary General. Even though deep in your heart you know that you are under William Ruto or you support William Ruto, but the actual answer or the good answer will be that. I also wish that the UDA stays when Ruto is the party leader, when Gachagua is the deputy party leader. But such answers do not make UDA great. They are just splitting the mountain. And in fact, this scheme may have been aimed at checking Gachagua. William Ruto is checking Gachagua to see if indeed, he's trying to tame Gachagua. But the way it's being done, it may end up UDA losing the presidency, if not very handled well. You cannot just play with a community which has the highest votes. I know very many people don't want to acknowledge this, but they have one of the highest vote basket with a lot of money. Even William Ruto's presidency was made specifically by the gamer community. So such statements are wicked. In fact, it's time for William Ruto to rein in on. I know if William Ruto comes out to put everyone in order, everyone can go in order. Okay. Hassan Sarai is an incompetent Secretary General. In fact, I rather have Malala because Malala was always on the fence supporting William Ruto and his deputy, because those are your bosses. In fact, when they split, you may not have the actual UDA. Okay, that's the truth. So, Hassan Sarai Omar should desist using emotions. The last time he came out and said that, I think before he was elected, the UDA Secretary General, he came out to abuse the deputy president, calling him all sorts of names, telling him that they would have picked Kindiki.
There are two options. I was there when you were being selected, not elected, as deputy president. You were selected on the basis that the mountain had agreed to vote for William Ruto. You were selected because it was an appreciation that we needed a candidate from the Mount Kenya region. It could have been anybody. The outcome will be the same, will have been the same. We went there to vote for William Ruto, for you to assist him. We didn't elect you as a co-president. Learn the constitution. You are the principal assistant to the president. You are not a co-president. If you start to undermine the presidency, we shall also stop to respect the office of the deputy president, not as an office, but as a person. And therefore, we're asking you for one issue. You were selected, and I repeat it, you were selected. I was there when you were being selected. The decision to select you over Kindiki changed in a couple of hours, about 12 hours. It could have been Kindiki as deputy president. It's in public domain. And therefore, if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel there are votes you brought on board, as the rest of the speakers have said, exit the scene. Go and prepare yourself for a contest in 2027, and let us see which Kenya will elect a tribal bigot as president.
So you're igniting emotions in the party. And I think William Ruto should open his eyes. He should smell the coffee to see that he puts an end to this. Of course, that's my opinion. Do me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is the first time on this YouTube channel, employee would subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.